Hello everybody. The name is very familiar, fatty liver, concerns a lot of us. What does it mean? Normally the fat content in the liver is less than 5%. Liver is the seat of metabolism. The fats come and go from there, they're stored there. So when it is in excess of this, the liver is said to be fatty. And how do we come to know? It's mainly because of ultrasound. We get an ultrasound done for related and unrelated reasons and it is reported as fatty. Why? Because this extra fat which is deposited in the liver changes its ecostructure, which is what we see with an ultrasound. And it is reported variably as grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 depending on the kind of imaging that we get. And the major reason why the liver becomes fatty can be divided into two: related to alcohol and that not related to alcohol. Alcohol, whoever takes more than 60 grams, close to 150 ml of whiskey, they will invariably have fatty liver. That does not mean this is a safe amount, but that is to tell you the strong correlation between alcohol and fatty liver. So if you have fatty liver related to alcohol consumption, all you need to do is cut down or quit. There is no other remedy. Don't spend money on medicines and medicine consultations because it cannot be taken away unless you cut down or quit alcohol. Here we will talk just about the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And here the main concern is the presence of metabolic syndrome. So the liver becomes fatty because we believe there is defective metabolism. And the major reason for metabolic syndrome is obesity or insulin resistance, whatever you call it. So if you are obese, don't be surprised if your ultrasound tells you that your liver is fatty. Many patients come and tell me, sir, we have a fatty liver. It's almost visible from outside. The extra fat is visible from outside. That is how body stores fats over the abdomen and in the viscera, and one of them is liver. So if you are overweight, the likelihood of having fatty liver is very, very high. And this fatty liver is now an indicator of the risk of cardiovascular disease that you have. And so we look at all the risk factors: the sugars, the blood pressure, the cholesterol and the triglycerides. It's likelihood that they will be deranged in these patients. The liver enzymes. We also are concerned about the liver function. Can that fatty liver actually cause harm to the liver and cause something called cirrhosis, which is destruction of the whole liver, irreversible? Can that happen? Unfortunately, that can happen. So in majority of the people, the fatty liver concerns us towards a metabolic syndrome, correction of all the risk factors of cardiovascular disease, and central to it for anybody who is obese, correction of the body weight. But then there is also a concern about progression of the liver disease, progression to cirrhosis. One indicator that we get is from checking the liver enzymes. So we would like to check the liver enzymes. You can remember the names AST, ALT, and see if they are elevated more than 2 to 3 times of normal, and a fatty liver puts you at greater risk of progression of cirrhosis even if you don't take alcohol. So that is another concern. Even then, the correction that we look forward to is by correction of the metabolic syndrome, correction of body weight. What about medicine? Okay, I don't have the metabolic syndrome, I'm not obese, but I still have fatty liver, I don't drink alcohol. Can I have some medicine? Unfortunately, there is no single prescription for fatty liver. We don't know what works. And when that is the scene, chances are you will be prescribed a lot of drugs of a lot of varieties. And if you look at the popular market of alternative medicine, there are so many medicines which are being sold for liver. You have herbal supportives and Ayurvedic supplements and antioxidants, because there is no definite therapy available for fatty liver per se, other than the correction of the risk factors. But even then, when a patient comes to me and I get him through all the problem, and at the end of the day do not give him a medicine as prescription, he feels cheated. He feels not much has been done for him. So the prescription of medicine for fatty liver comes more from those concerns rather than the true science of it. That's a human nature. So you've come to me, I try to support you with something so that you at least have a feel-good factor. I tell you, other than reversal of the risk factors, there's not much we can do about fatty liver. And among the medicines also, there are a class in which there is greater interest. One of them is insulin sensitizers, obviously because metabolic syndrome is all about insulin resistance. And the other are antioxidants of various classes. Vitamin E is one which finds a lot of interest for the management of fatty liver. So now you know when you have fatty liver, you look at your risks, alcohol, no alcohol. And if you're a non-alcoholic, look at the presence of metabolic syndrome, specifically obesity, get it corrected, check your cardiovascular profile, make sure your cardiovascular risks are taken care of, and do not rely much on medicines, they may not do much for you.